So this first part is just the parent function of the quadratics. So over the table, I'm just going to pick some points. -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. I just picked x values kind of in the middle. So when you plug these x values in, -2 squared is going to be 4. -1 squared, 1. 0 squared, 0. 1 squared, 1. And 2 squared, 4. So they're just some points for the parent function. What does the parent function look like of a quadratic? A U, very good, a U. So it looks like a U.
Quadratic.
And domain and range. So we did domain and range before. Set builder is going to be all the real numbers. Interval, -infinity to infinity. The range, down, then up. You have to do down first. So we go down to 0, up to infinity. Oh, shoot. I messed those up. We're going to flip those around, sorry. And then set builder, greater than or equal to 0. Sorry, I did the interval one in the set builder box. My bad. All right, but range, down, then up. Down, then up.
What was the interval for range?
Interval is 0 to infinity for range. I just messed these boxes up. All right, I made a boo-boo on the notes. Instead of H's and K's, change it to C's and D's, because we used C's and D's last time. So instead of H's and K's, change them all to C's and D's. And then down here, C, D, C, D, C. All right, so change the H's and K's to C's and D's. My bad. All right, so this stuff should look familiar because we did this with the absolute values. All right, so it should look familiar. It's very, very similar to that. Remember how I told you the transformations were going to come back? All right. All right, so we're going to be using A, C, and D to figure out how I'm going to be transforming these quadratics. Do y'all remember what kind of transformation you have if the A is bigger than 1? It starts with an S. Stretch, very good. So vertical, stretch. All right, what about if A is between 0 and 1? So like a fraction or a decimal. Very good. Compression? Yeah?
Does, in that vertex form box, is it x equals C or does it x equals D?
X minus C.
No, in the vertex form, like that small box. On the bottom.
Oh, X equals C. Sorry. Okay, and then if your A value is less than 0, so if it's negative, do y'all remember? Say it again. Reflection, very good. Reflection. Reflection across x-axis. All right, so then on these examples, the 2, what would that be? Is it a stretch or a compression?
Compression. No, for stretch. Part of the stretch.
A stretch, because it's bigger than 1. 2 is bigger than 1, so it's going to be a stretch. What about the 1/2? What would that be? A compression, very good. And what about if it's negative?
Yeah, opposite.
Reflect.
Opposite. Which one was opposite again?
The C. All right, so bigger than 1, stretch. Between 0 and 1, it's like a fraction or a decimal, compression. And if it's negative, that negative sign will make you reflect. All right, when you're graphing these, all right, this is really important. When we graphed them before, we used the A value kind of like slope, right? Because we had the absolute values, right? And it was a straight line, so we could use the A value like slope. Since my quadratics are used, I don't have a straight line. But we can still use this A value kind of like slope, but it's only going to give you the first point. You cannot go past the first point. So all you have to do on these graphs are to graph the graph 3 points. You're going to graph the vertex. You're going to use your A value, which in this case is 2. You're going to go up 2 and over 1. So that's your second point. And then you're going to do the corresponding one on the other side, up 2, over 1 the other way. Those are the 3 points that you can graph. All right, don't go past those because it is a U, it's not a straight line. So the slope doesn't work past that. Does that make sense? Okay, then enjoy your U. All right, so for the compression one, I got my vertex. What am I going to use for the number kind of like slope?
Up 1 over 2.
Up 1 over 2. Very good. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. Because it's a 1/2. Whew. And so if you see your graph kind of got fatter, it got compressed down. All right, and then what do you think you're going to be doing for reflections? You're going to flip it, right? So you're going to go down because it's negative. So down 1 over 1. And you can draw your U. Anytime your A value is negative, you are going to have a sad face parabola. So if your parabola is a sad face, your A value should be negative. If it is happy, it is a positive. So happy is positive, sad is negative. Got it? Okay. The C value. Do y'all remember which way the C value shifts? Left and right. Very good. And since it's inside, you have to think opposite. So if it's a minus C, which way are you going? Right. And if it's a plus C, which way are you going?
Left.
Left. C shifts left and right, but it's opposite. Anything inside is opposite. So if it's
absolute value.
no, that's for everything. That's why I said like you need to remember this stuff because it's going to come back again and again for every function we do in this class. It'll be for everything. All right, so on this one, what kind of transformation is that? Right 2. So on the graph, you are going to shift it to the right 2. And draw your parabola. Which way is this one going? Left 2. So we're going to go to the left 2. Draw the parabola. Okay, the D, which way is that getting shifted? Up and down. Very good, up and down. So if it's a plus D, which way are you going?
Down.
Up. That one's going to stay normal. So don't change. The only inside stuff gets switched. Okay, so minus D is down. All right, on this first example, what kind of transformation is this plus 2? Up 2. So on your graph, we're going to shift it up 2. All right, what kind of transformation is this one?
Down 2.
Down 2. So on the graph, we're going to draw it going down 2. Okay, any questions so far? this last little box here, that's combining everything together. So we're just combining all the transformations. Your vertex is C, comma D. That is very important. It's going to come from those last two numbers right there, but don't forget to switch the sign on the inside. So on this example, where is my vertex going to be at? 3, comma 1. 3, 1, switch the sign. All right, what is my A value? 2, So I'm going to plot my vertex, 3, 1. And then from my vertex, I'm going to use the A value to plot the next 2 points. I'm going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1 the other way, and draw the U. Okay, vertex for the next one. -3. Yeah, 0. You don't have a number out there to the side, so it's just 0. So -3, 0. What is the A? -1/2. All right, so I'm going to graph my vertex. 1, 2, 3, -3, 0. And then for the A, how do I graph the next points? Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2 the other way. So your graph looks like that. All right. All right, for the rest of the notes, I know it kind of looks long, but it goes by pretty quick because we're just going to use all the information that we just went over to do all of these problems. On part A, it says describe the transformations from the parent function. So I want to know, what is this -1 transformation, Jeremy? Right one, very good. And Jake, what is the +2? Up 2, good. The square is just telling you you have a quadratic. So the square is not going to be any kind of transformation, so you don't need to worry about that. All right, Anthony, what does the negative sign mean? Duh, yes, but transformation-wise. What's the word that starts with an R? Did you say it already? Oh, say it again. It starts with an R. Reflection, yeah, that's the. All right, so negative means we're going to reflect across the x. If you just put reflect, I'll be good with that. Okay, so the negative sign means we're going to reflect. The 4. Silverio, what kind of transformation is the 4? Just the 4. Remember, you're not worried about the negative anymore. Just the 4. Huh? Okay, so is it in the spot of the A, the C, or the D? The A. So it's either going to be a stretch or a compression. Because we already took care of the reflection. So is it going to be a stretch or a compression? Is 4 bigger than 1? Or is it between 0 and 1? So which one is it? A stretch. Very good. So.
I mean, how they say it feels.
No, because it's a negative. Thank
It
you.
feels less than 1 is a compression.
If it's between 0 and 1, it's a compression.
It's not between.
No, we're not going to do the horizontals for this.
Exactly, that's what's not a question.
The negative is the reflection. So that takes care of the negative sign. And so now you just look at the number.
So it's a positive. You're basically looking at the positive.
Yep.
Honestly, I thought it was still a negative. But if so, it feels a negative for a big compression. Then it's less than 1, right?
No, -4 would be a reflection and a vertical stretch. If it was a 1/2, it'd be a compression. Compressions are going to be fractions and decimals. Okay, Daisy, what's the +8?
Left 8.
Left 8. And Fernando, what's the minus 6? Down 6. Good. All right, next one. Bonnie, what's the 1/3? Vertical compression. Good. Chandler, what's the minus 2? Right 2. Jimena, what's the minus 4? Down 4. All right, so we good with the front page? All right, flip it over on the back.
We're finished.
No, we have the back.
Dang.
Almost done, though.
This might last a lot.
All right. 4 through 7, we have the same thing, but I give you the words, and I want you to write the function. So, for number 4, 3 units right. Is that going to go on the inside or the outside?
The inside.
The inside. And is it going to be a minus 3 or a plus 3?
It's a minus 3.
Minus 3. 4 units up. Is that going on the inside or outside? Outside. Is it going to be a plus 4 or a minus 4?
4.
Plus 4.
That's it.
That's it.
So why'd you put squared on this?
Everything's always squared because it's squared in the original, so it's going to be squared here. Okay. Next one. 1 unit left. Inside or outside? Inside. Is it going to be a plus 1 or a minus 1? Plus 1. Stretch vertically by a factor of 2.
Put it outside
Outside in the very, very front. Very good. Stretches and compressions and reflections, all those guys are going to be your A value. That's going in the very, very front. All right, number 6. Shifted 4 units down. Outside, minus 4. Good. Compressed vertically by a factor of 1/3.
1/3 in front.
1/3 in the front. And then you can cross out number 7 because it's the same thing as number 4. I messed up a lot. If you wanted to put parentheses, you could. They would just be around the X, so it wouldn't matter. Because there's nothing going inside. Yeah, it's fine. All right. Next one, 8, 9, and 10, and we're done. So I want to write a function for the graph, but I want to do it without a calculator. So I'm not going to do it like I did it today during the quiz and yesterday during notes. I'm going to find the vertex, and I'm going to find my A value, and then I can write my function. So
You're still gonna do G and people.
you can do F or G or Y. It doesn't matter. All right. Where's my vertex at?
Negative
2, 7. And then for the A value, down 2 over 2, right? Because you're going down negative 2 over 2. And also you know that because it's a sad face, right? If you put some eyes on it, it is a sad face. So your A needs to be negative. All right, negative 2 over 2 reduces to negative 1. And so now all I need to do is to write the function. A goes first, so y equals negative 1. And then your vertex is going to go on the inside. But what do you have to do to this number?
So +2.
Change it. So plus 2. Don't forget about your squared, because it's a parabola. And then what goes on the outside? Very good. Okay. Where's the vertex?
3, 0.
0,
0, 3.
3. What is the A value? 1 over 3. Very good. We go up 1 over 3. Up 1 over 3. All right, so y equals, how do I write it? 1 over 3. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Parentheses.
2.
Squared.
Plus 3.
Very good. You don't have anything inside because that first number is 0, so you don't have anything in there, so we just put the X.
But would it be a negative?
If you put x plus 0, it'd technically still be right. So, I mean, that'd be fine. Say what? Okay.
Because the 0 can't be negative.
Right. I mean, if you put x minus 0 or x plus 0, they're the same thing. So, I mean, they're still both right. All right, last one. Vertex. Where's it at? 2, -9. A value. 2/1. So y equals 2 x
No, plus 9.
minus 2
Minus 9.
squared minus 9. Very good.